Hello, everybody. My name is Lucas. In November 2020, my brother Mateo contracted COVID-19 like so many of us did. But unlike most of us, he hasn't yet recovered. Mateo is now what is known as a COVID long hauler, a title given to those whose COVID symptoms last more than 3 months. So, yeah. In all this time, he's been documenting his ups, downs, victories, and setbacks through journals, medical records, and love letters to you, the listener. And if he's come to one conclusion, it is that COVID is stupid.
Hello, friends. Mateo here. Throughout the summer of 2025, I invited people to my house to have conversations about life, long COVID, and anything else that came up. These are people who knew me before and stuck with me since. People who have been a tangible part of my recovery story. And for each of them, I'm asking the same 3 questions. How did you find out I was sick? What can you tell me about some of those first times you saw me? And when people later asked, "How's Mateo?" what did you tell them? I'm hoping by now people will have figured out who we are, but I'll say it anyway. I am Lucas's brother, and Lucas is my brother. There we go. Now you're caught up.
Yeah.
How did you find out I was sick?
I think I had just done my first radio show, and I either talked to you before it or after it, but I sent it to you and you listened to it. And when you talked to me about it, that was the first time I heard the stutter that had come about. And you had a lot of anxiety. You were worried about how everything was being handled, and you were very stricken by anxiety, and that stutter came about. And I was like, holy shit, that's intense. And so it was soon after that then you got sick. And I thought, shit, like, he was very worried about it, and now here it is. I wonder if that will quench the anxiety. And I was back for Christmas, and I was going to stay with you for a couple of days, but instead I just came by here on my way out, and you were on the porch, and I was in the yard.
I remember that. We set a chair out for you in the backyard, and we talked through the screen.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't think I had gotten it by then. And now that I'm thinking back, I'm realizing I wasn't back for Christmas. I was back for Thanksgiving. So November 2020. And this would be very close to when you got it then.
I came downstairs for the first time in weeks just before Thanksgiving.
So you got it early in November?
November 10th. I got COVID, and a few days later, I was in the parking lot of urgent care.
Urgent care.
Urgent care.
Urgent care, not intensive care like I told the family.
That did...
that fucked up the narrative a little bit.
I was going to say it had some hilarious consequences, but let's go with fucked up the narrative. That's probably closer to the truth. Mom called wifey and was awfully upset that we had not told them that I was in intensive care from COVID.
And then wifey called Lucas, awfully upset that I had said that same thing. And that's where I learned the difference between urgent care and intensive care.
Now we know. Don't ever tell Lucas anything.
That's a pretty good
That's the takeaway.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about some of those first times you saw me?
Yeah, at that time, when I saw you, that November, it still resembled what I'd come to understand, a flu, cold. And I talked with you more over text, But voice-wise, we'd check in every once in a while. I knew it was an expenditure for you to talk, but I know the first time I heard how you sounded was when I asked you to do a promo for my show. And at that time, and the promo was you saying, I don't know what kind of sick, twisted son of a bitch would ask someone with COVID and bronchitis to do a promo, but I like it. So it was very meta. So that promo was the first I heard. It's very gruff like that. I believe the next time I heard you was a phone conversation. And at that time, it was completely different. It was high pitched. And I remember it sounded like, honestly, like the whisper of a ghost of a grandmother. It was very high and sort of shaky like that. And I thought, that's not at all what I remembered from before. Maybe by that point it had been 9 months or so, but you were like, things have changed. And that was huge, because I was like, that sounds like a lot of operations are hitting dead ends in your body. And that was a kind of a scary thing. But the first time I saw you after all of this would have been May of 2023. A lot of things were going on back at the home base. And this is not even a joke, but this is the how it was in my head. When I saw you at the top of the stairs, I legitimately thought you were rocking out. I thought you were headbanging and sort of, hey, I'm excited to see you. Here comes a fucking, yeah. Like, I thought you were doing some sort of excitement dance, but you were spasming. And I couldn't believe that. That was a sight. And then, of course, we went and saw the rest of the family who hadn't seen you in all that time. So there was a lot there.
When people later asked, "How is Mateo?" what did you tell them?
It depends on who.
That's fair.
Yeah, because some people don't know what's going on with you. Some people have heard about it. Some people are close to me. I often tell people who ask that, first thing I say is not good. And the reason I say that is because I think the answer they want is, oh yeah, he's good, or boy, he had this long thing of COVID, now it's done. I think they want to go, oh, that's good. And I let them know, like, this is a serious thing. This is not a footnote anywhere. And I let them know how things are going with your body and your life and everything in real terms.
How so?
How so?
How did you explain my reality to them in real terms?
That you are right now, you are disabled. You are not working. You are asleep a lot of the day. That you have spasms like this.
Like I'm having right now.
You're having it right now, yeah. I'm watching you have.
But no, I'm done.
That your lung capacity is severely compromised. Your mobility is severely compromised. Your diet is extremely limited. Brain fog, your movement, how much you can sleep, you can't work, all of that. Maybe I won't see them for a while. Maybe they don't ask very often, whatever. So I'm like, here's what it is. Here is a real answer for you, because I think people kind of want to hear, oh, things are better now. Oh, that's good. Give them a hug for me. I suppose I want to hold them to their question and not give them some out to say, okay, well, that's good.
I like that. That you weren't allowing people to get comfortable with the idea of me being sick and now I'm all right and hey, I'm getting better.
Because I don't think I don't know anybody else with long COVID except through doing this, and people I've met through you. Also, I don't know if they do either. For all I know, they're a COVID denier. I don't know, but I imagine not many people have much of a context for what long COVID is. So I think that's actually a big part of it as well.
Doing some educating.
Yeah. And I'm not going to educate directly, I guess, but if somebody's asking that, I suppose this is a chance for them to hear how fucking real it is and how it's affecting this family. I don't know how it's affecting other families, but I have more of a sense now. And if this is the only part or time they're going to hear about it, then I will tell them those parts. So what do I tell people when they ask? I start out with not good, and I tell them all this stuff. What do I think? I think it is clearly an incredible challenge that you and your family have been going through this whole time because of because of everything. I mean, I don't have to outline it, but I already had the spasms, the rest, the lack of energy, the stuttering, all of it. But the outlook, the the fortitude you brought to it, and the way that you have like championed yourself for your family and now for people listening, and yourself. I couldn't do, and I don't know anybody else who would. Maybe they could, but I haven't seen anybody put to the test like you. And I think you're doing it with an integrity and a purpose and a need and a drive that I'm really thankful for. That you're doing that and able to do it. And that's why I've asked you, how does it feel when people say something like that? Oh, you're a warrior, you're so brave, you're so positive. Because I feel all of that for you so much. And I just reserve saying it sometimes, or at least I had been, because I didn't know how that feels and if there was a pressure, but I can't believe it. It's amazing. And I'm thankful to be part of that with you as well, not just witness to it.
Thank you, Lucas.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm trapped in a body and brain that don't respond well to mental commands, and it's rough. And it's rough on everybody, but it's my life and it's my only shot at it. So I need to make the best of what I do have, and I need to let kiddo know, let kiddo see that, well, the steel urantial, it's possible.
Just so you know, I'm watching as well, and it's going to have a big effect on me as well.
I look forward to seeing how that unfolds and being around to witness it in both of you. Lucas, I love you very much.
I see you very much.
I would hug you if I could. I'm glad you were here. Thank you for taking the time. I love you very much. I am so thankful that this is what's happened when we finally did a project together. So, everybody, this is my brother Lucas, and I love the dickens out of him. I also love you all, and I see you all, and I would hug you all if I could. Strength and health.
COVID is stupid.
Well said. Hello, friends. Mateo here. We have now reached the last in this series of interview episodes. Over the course of the season, you heard from Matt, Ed, James, Brian, and now Lucas. 5 different perspectives on the same story. While I was conducting these interviews in the summer of 25, I don't think I was able to fully appreciate one of the reoccurring themes that absolutely emerged in the editing process and the final product. That being, for everything that I lost, everything I no longer can, everything I no longer am, and everything I no longer should, for all of that, there was something even stronger that remained. Me, Mateo. And all of them made mention that even when I was struggling to speak, breathe, think, or competitive breakdance, my one weakness, they could still see me. And as I listened to these episodes, I realized how much I needed to hear that. Needed to be reminded that even though I remain trapped inside a brain I don't recognize, trying to operate a body I can't control, I'm still in here. I'm still me. And I imagine a lot of you feel the same or similar. New brain, new body, new definition of ability, new sense of self. And it's very easy to lose sight of oneself when surrounded by a fog that separates you from the you that you remember. And so, from me to you, you are still you. You are still here. And me am very proud of you. And if you are proud of you too, you can tell me about it on our Facebook or Instagram, or you could email us at covidisstupid2020@gmail.com. And as always, that's stupid with 2 O's, not a U. But if you want the message to be even more personal, even more tactile, and even more awesomer, you could write all those things down, stuff them into an envelope, and address it to COVID is Stupid.